What is up, my Bringlese family? Today, as you can see, I am back to take level test lower advanced C1, a pretty difficult higher level English test. If you are level C1, you should take this test too. I have left the link in the description if you want to try it before I try it. But I wanted to do this test on my channel and explain my thoughts, my answers, so that maybe you can learn something as I do the test. So let's get started right away with section A. Choose the correct option. So, number one, all my life, I loved going to the movies. I have loved to go to the movies, or I've loved going to the movies. So we are talking about all my life. So right away, we know this should be present perfect, unless somehow you are talking as a dead person. If you are dead, you could say, I loved going to the movies because now your life is closed, it's finished, so you can use simple past. But you are probably still alive, so the chance that you will go to the movie again is still possible. So it's still going on. So you possibly still love going to the movies. So definitely not A. Grammatically, sentence B is correct. I think this is correct, but sentence C just sounds better. Instead of I have loved, you could just say I've loved. And then after love, I maybe prefer the ing form rather than the infinitive form, although both are good. This sentence is grammatically correct. This sentence is too, and it also sounds a little better. So the best answer is C. I've loved going to the movies. Let's go to number two. There you are. I have waited for ages. I've been waiting for ages, or I waited for ages. Okay, so the waiting started and it finished right now. Okay, so it has lasted until this moment. So again, it's nothing in the past. Maybe in 5 minutes, yes, you could say I waited for ages because now it happened, it ended 5 minutes ago. But in this sentence, it's ending literally right now. So also in this sentence, we want to use present perfect. So should it be the present perfect continuous or just the present perfect? When you have a verb like wait, especially since waiting is not this ongoing thing like I have waited for 3 years. Maybe if you say I have waited for 3 years, you can say I have waited. But I imagine he's been waiting for a couple hours or maybe less. I have been waiting is more common, more natural again than I have waited. Similar to question one, this sentence here is grammatically correct, but this sentence just sounds better. It's more natural, it's more common. So let's go with B for number two. Number three, he's had his car when he passed his driving test, since he passed his driving test, or as he passed his driving test. So notice in the question, we have a present perfect. So he has had his car from this point when he got the car all the way until now, and he still has it. And when we talk about when that starting point started, we use the word since. So for example, I have lived in Italy since December. So December is the starting point, and I have lived in Italy up until now. That's a good example of present perfect. Here, he has had his car since he passed his driving test. That since is a starting point, and the starting point continues. So the journey has begun since this point. That's why B is the best answer here. Let's continue down to number four. I don't think Tokyo is as dangerous like London, is so dangerous as London, is as dangerous as London. So the only difference are these words. So as. When you are making a comparison, if you are level C1, you should know that it's as, okay? So we use as, adjective as to make a comparison. He is as tall as me. So he is as tall as me. As, adjective, as. That's how you make a comparison in English, and that's why C is correct here. Let's continue. Number 5. He looks just as his father. He looks just like his father. He looks just after his father. So which preposition is best? The answer is B because we have a, I guess, phrasal verb that is look like someone. You look like assomigli a qualcuno. So the answer is B. He looks like his father. Number 6. Your birthday is next month, isn't it? Your birthday will be next month, won't it? Your birthday is going to be next month, isn't it? Strangely, in this sentence, even though it's happening next month, we will just use the present tense. It's not that your birthday will happen next month. It just happens to be next month. In the present, your birthday is next month. You say, il mio compleanno è il mese prossimo. You don't say, il mio compleanno sarà il mese prossimo. Because even now, in this moment, yes, my birthday is next month. Okay? It's not that next month my birthday will be. My birthday is now next month. I hope that makes sense. A is the correct answer here. Let's go to 7. The doctor said it was nothing to worry about. The doctor said it's nothing. Don't worry. The doctor said it isn't something to worry about. So I think we're just looking for the most natural sentence here, which is going to be A. The doctor said it's nothing. Don't worry. First of all, there's no apostrophe here. That's a mistake. And the rest is grammatically correct, but this is maybe just more natural. The doctor said it isn't something to worry about. Instead of saying it isn't something, it's probably better to say it was nothing. Although all of these sentences are grammatically correct, but let's go with A. That's the best sounding. 8. I can't imagine why he said that. I might imagine why he said that, or I don't imagine why he said that. In Italian, you would say this, I don't imagine. Maybe I'm not imagining. Non immagino. In English, we use this can't quite a bit, very often. I can't imagine why he said that. So when you're speaking English, we use can a lot more than just a present negation. I can't imagine it. Continuing, I'll move myself down. Number 9, the painting sold for 3,000 euros. The painting was sold for 3,000 euros. The painting was being sold for 3,000 euros. Was being sold, stava essendo venduto. It's too much. The painting was sold for 3,000 euros. Sounds the best. This is a passive voice like è stato venduto per 3.000 euro. The painting sold for 3,000 euros. This, again, grammatically correct, but it kind of says like il quadro ha venduto. But honestly, this is pretty close to good too. I could be wrong here. It might be A, but I think B is a little bit better. The painting sold. I choose B, but again, A could be correct. I have never been such embarrassed, so embarrassed, or such an embarrassed in all my life. I've never been so embarrassed, okay? So is kind of like a measurement. I've never been so embarrassed. So that's why I think 10 is B. I've never been such embarrassed. Such won't come before adjectives. It will come before nouns. Like I've never been such an embarrassment. An embarrassment is a noun. So you could use such in that case. But so is before adjectives. Embarrassed is an adjective. So let's go with B, so. Number 11. Had spoken to, having spoken to, speaking to Richard. It seems he finally made his decision. So he finally made in the past. So that eliminates speaking to because speaking to is present tense and we're talking about he made his decision. Had spoken to, not grammatically correct. Having spoken to, avendo parlato con lui, having spoken to Richard, it seems he finally made his decision. Okay, so now we have something new, so let me shrink my little body down. Oh my God, I'm shrinking. I'll put myself in the middle right here. So fill in the appropriate verb form, or sorry, fill in the appropriate verb to form the expression, okay? So I'm just going to try to do this the best I can. So to something time, so to take time, I would say, take your time. This will probably be difficult, honestly. Um, to read between the lines. That means like to understand what's not being said, maybe. To save, no, break a leg. It means good luck, like in boca al lupo. Now I'll move myself here. To save allowances, that sounds pretty good. To fill a vacancy, that sounds pretty good. So you riempi un vuoto. What about to form an opinion? Sounds good. What about to play truant? Sounds right. To cut the table? No. Cut allowances? Sounds okay. To make make a tooth, make precautions. I think I will make a mistake here. This is pretty difficult. Um, make the table. Make the table. Let's see, four more. To save, wow, something a tooth. I'm not sure what that is. To lay a company, to keep a company, to form a company. Maybe to form a company. To keep. I'm going to just go fast to. This isn't correct. But I don't want to spend too much time on that. I don't really like that exercise. Let's continue. It was really nice of you to invite me. This house has been on the market. These are all modo di dire, on the market. Nice of you. I'm not very good at. Be good at something. You are under no obligation. He is in charge of the whole department. Robert is an authority, I would say, on English literature. You must be responsible for your decisions, responsible for something. I'm very concerned about his smoking. Could you deal with this problem later? It's a phrasal verb, deal with something. I want to protest on. That's not 100%. So let's see how I did. Test result 26, incorrect 7. I'm sure they're all from that one part. Perfect. Okay, yeah, this part, I don't know if it's British phrases, but I kind of rushed through that. I didn't really like it. And then, okay, I want to protest about. I'm sure you could say protest on too. But let's stop there. So I think you guys can see that, well, not see something specifically, but I hope you learned something, especially at these beginning questions about the present perfect, verb tenses, stuff like that. Again, if you want to give this test, there are other tests as well. Like I wanted to try C1, but as you can see, they have other tests too. So I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I will see you guys in the next Bringlese video. It was a pleasure. Bye bye for now. Ciao.